Right, it's the week leading up to Off the Rails. I've not done a walk with the dog for a while. So this week's going to be a case of getting everything prepared. It's going to be across a few cameras, about 6 cameras I think, this weekend. Going to get some booth shots, both rooms, ecstatic room and the off the rails room, the main room. Also as well, I've been busy editing today the next J Talks Cars. Obviously by the time this comes out, the next J Talks Cars video will be online, and trust me, it's been a very stressful week and a bit. So yeah, so we've got that happening. In terms of what am I going to do this weekend, I'm going to get there as early as possible. I'm going to see if I can grab a few of the DJs, promoters for maybe possibly interviews, and yeah, just bits and pieces really. I mean, I'm just thinking on the spot here because I've not really thought this bit through. But yeah, this is going to be a very busy behind the scenes vlog. Whether it will be a long one, it all depends on what content I get, what footage I get. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this. Feels like I've gone full circle this year, but with it being vlog 30 as well, I do want to kind of do something to celebrate it. It begins again for another year.
We're not there yet.
We're not there yet, we're working on it.
The next day.
Right, so we're on a Thursday. See, it's a very cold Thursday afternoon. Just walking Lily. Car's been in the garage today, needed some work doing. It's done a lot of miles recently, and yeah, absolutely non-stop at the moment.
The next day.
Right, it's Friday, it's rave day. You can probably hear something on for the dog, because obviously I'm going to nip out in a minute, and I thought I'd do this quickly. Trying some new cameras, trying some new shots, trying some new angles. Going to be working across 2 rooms. Helen and I will be filming both rooms and alternating what content we can get. Obviously we've got Asteroid's 3 hours set, so we kind of get a little bit of a break and we can concentrate more on the second room during that time. So there's going to be quite a lot for us to do tonight. Preparation, cameras pretty much ready and whatever, and as well, you know, in terms of what I'm going to do, you know, I want to get down there for 8 o'clock. I want to get set up early. I want to figure out where the best places for cameras, see if I can still have a constant power to some of the cameras, so maybe I can get some longer shots and whatever. I want to do a proper job with this vlog, with it being vlog 30. It's a landmark. I didn't think over a year later I'd still be doing this, or people would be interested in me doing this, but this seems to be something you guys enjoy, so I'm really chuffed to bits with it. So yeah, I'm going to get on with more errands, and I'll reconvene later.
1 hour later.
Okay, so Friday prep. I've updated the booth cam rig, so I've got 2 cameras on it. One just for general action cam, and then one for maybe some more grainy, iffy shots. I'm not so sure if it's going to work. I'm still experimenting with this camera. Obviously the GoPro and the light, Helen will be floating around, and she has her own little phone stand. Obviously I'm using this selfie stick, but I'm using a mic stand just in case I might need to get any remote shots. Experimenting with these Goodman cameras. they're loosely based on the GoPro 5, but I've had a look and they seem to get some half decent shots, so I'm going to experiment some more. This is my spare light rig. I'm going to take with me, but where or how I'm going to use it, I'm not too sure. Interview stick, should there be any interviews that take place. Spare bits and pieces, t-shirt, a VaderMonkey TV flag, which will be up at OTR, and then an extra power cable with the plug socket just to power one of the booth cams. I also have another box full of USB cables as well, which will power these cameras. So all in all, yeah, I've got a lot to get through. Really. Okay, right, so dog's dropped off at my mum's. It's that time where we just need to do our necessaries to get ready and everything. The bag for the cameras and everything's now packed and ready to go. I'm just a little bit rushed and flustered because I've been trying to find one of my phone sticks, or selfie sticks as you call them. So yeah, it's been a million mile an hour. It always tends to be before going to an event. Helen's on her way back. I'm just charging up a camera because for some reason it wasn't charging earlier. But I'm doing things a little different with this vlog, and hopefully it should look good on the day. Okay, we've now landed. It's been a very difficult journey down here. Everywhere we seem to go, there seemed to be traffic. What would normally be about a 2-hour journey has taken us nearly 4 hours. So all plans went out the window as soon as we landed on the motorway. Anyway, we're here now. Let's get on with it.
3 times.
Right, camera's set up. Everything's more or less ready for tonight. It's just now the team ready to kick off and party time.
One eternity later.
Hi, right, we're on a Thursday. Okay, so this week has been pretty manic. For one, Off the Rails, which was on Friday. Then Saturday, having to catch up on sleep because it was a very long night. Especially when you do these vlogs sober. Reason being is I have to be professional, and the last thing you want is somebody who's a bit of a mess trying to create something that hopefully you guys can relate to and enjoy. What else was I thinking? Yeah, I've been busy with getting the house decorated for Christmas. As some of you may know, some of you may not know, we tend to go a little bit to town when it comes to decorating the house, if you will. Reason being is we're not big Christmas fans, but it's more again for the benefit of other people. You know, when they come and visit and they just like go up at what we've got and in terms of decorations and decor. And then obviously been editing the vlog as well, so I got a lot of it done on the Sunday and Monday. Tuesday I wasn't feeling too great, so I managed to get the after movie done on the Wednesday. And yeah, it seems alright. The promoter's happy with it. You know, I always do a lot for the Off the Rails lads because they're a great bunch of lads, and it's a brand that I feel should be bigger than what they are. So, you know, it's good to be involved with them anyway. So, this week, I've already mentioned in a few bits. This week I'm going to be at Blueprint. Blueprint's final event at Zombie Shack, because from what I understand, Zombie Shack's been bought out by has been bought by some company or something, and they do not see a purpose for the club part of it, so they're going to turn it into a 2-floor pub. Which, you know, business is business. That's what happens, you know. It's one of them things. Obviously the guys are gutted, but we'll see what they come up with for 2025. In terms of the vlog itself, now, a few DJs have not been able to my knowledge, a few DJs have had to drop out for circumstances beyond their control. So I'm going to end up playing 2 sets. One is the Orbital Simian, which is more like my progressive house melodic techno sound. And then I'm playing the last hour, playing uplifting and energetic trance. So yeah, it's going to be a very full-on Saturday, because I'm going to be there from open. The event it's an all-day event, so the event starts at 2, finishes I think about 3:30 in the morning. Like I said, I mean, it's going to be the last ever Blueprint at Zombie Shack, so it's going to be a bit of a shame, really. I mean, just thinking about memories of Zombie Shack. I mean, like I've said in my vlog and my events update, I remember Zombie Shack as the attic, and there, you know, it was just a very random, you know, the entry into it looked really random, looked like some seedy underground sort of thing. But then when you went in, it was like this proper wonderland. And it still is that, albeit it's now designed to look more like a tiki bar. you know, I mean, it's a great stage, great facility for holding events, and yeah, it's just a fantastic venue. I mean, it's a shame these industries do what they do, and the problem with the nightclub industry is it's no longer a secure industry anymore, because you know people's habits and people's tastes and you know ideals on going out really have changed. And I mean, yeah, I do believe it took a massive hit when COVID happened, but I also feel as well that, you know, because of the price of things and because of certain laws that came in, and where it's become much more restrictive, you know, people aren't as fussed about going out and letting the hair down, and you know they're at home and they'd rather drink or whatever at home. And it's yeah, it's, I mean, I don't know what my opinion is of it really, because you know everyone has their own lives, everyone has their own thing, everyone has their own vice, so it'll be what it'll be. But the fact that Blueprint have been doing these events as free parties have been more of an appeal to quite a lot of people. However, the problem will be is, from what I understand, now don't quote me on this, I don't know how true this is, they still have yet to find another venue, so we'll soon find out. But it's literally a case of they've been doing free events and, you know, helping the venue and their profile. And the guys that run it are not really bothered about making much money out of it, because it doesn't really cost them too much to put the event on. I mean, obviously it still comes out of their pocket, but they still do it for the benefit of everyone else. So if they found another venue, then obviously the venue's going to charge them, and then they're probably going to have to charge on the door. The worry with that is will it put people off? Now, I'd like to think there is a loyal following that are willing to at least pay towards the door prices to get in and support this brand, because they are a worthy brand. They've made a name for themselves. They're not a massive brand. They're very humble. And they deserve all the support and recognition that they get. So whatever they decide to do going forward, it's their choice, and I will support it going forward. I mean, this kind of also highlights kind of the point why I do these vlogs, you know, because end of the day, if let's say a brand is run at a club, and then that club shuts down for whatever reason, decides, no, I don't want events there anymore, or so on and such forth. And then sometimes these brands don't disappear into obscurity. I think that's unfair of me to say that. But they kind of end up, I don't know, trying to find the chemistry that will work in a new place when they already had a chemistry that worked, you know. And some promoters get in with the venue, and sometimes the chemistry just happens, and people pick up on that chemistry, and people stick by that because they remember their experiences from that time. Some brands, when they move to a different location, the chemistry is not always the same, and the people pick up on that vibe, and then obviously they either start losing numbers, or you know, or they just kind of get forgotten about. And it's a very difficult challenge for a lot of promoters and a lot of brands in the industry to, you know, when they have to move, or if their hands forced, or circumstances, whatever, and they move to another location, unless they have a really solid, loyal following, you know, they're at risk of becoming, you know, disappearing into obscurity. and all their hard work before that comes undone, and then we end up losing another element in the industry. I mean, people will say, well, if one promoter disappears, another promoter will, pop up in their place. And to be fair, that does happen. But at the same time, it's, you have these solid, reliable brands. I mean, you've got your bigger brands. So I don't know if you remember mentioning about the 3-tier system. But I would say Blueprint is kind of in the middle, in the bottom of the middle tier. They're not a massive brand, but they have a solid following. If you use my event, for example, Digital Evolution, we're in the 3rd tier, and we're sort of around the bottom. So, that's the comparisons. And then if you want to use, let's say, Good Grief or I don't know, Good Grief, Frantic, or stuff like that, they're in the top tier, and they're sort of like in the middle realms of the top tier sort of thing. Maybe Good Grief and maybe a little higher up. But my point of what I'm saying to this is you've got your different tiers of brands, and you've got your tiers of promoters, and you move up this ranking through the support or by the network that you have. And the key to longevity within, I suppose, the rave industry is having that loyal following and being consistent with what you're providing your followers. So, it's it is a difficult industry, but like I said, with what I'm doing with the vlogs is supporting sort of the middle to lower realms, the middle to lower tiers of the scene, because the promoters in the top tier have their own media team. They don't need someone like me rocking up and with my GoPro and my phone and selfie stick doing what I do. I mean, they might do in terms of, something different instead of just somebody coming along and doing after movies and filming for the brand. But at the same time, it's like a case of I want to educate a new generation to scene, because what I found that there is a stigma, only a slight one, where there is a younger generation below us, and I'm talking like people in the 20s and late teens. You could argue the next generation after us, who don't really understand, because they've been brought up on the pop culture and the chart stuff and the commercial dance and stuff like that, and they don't understand the more the more finer sides of dance music. So like the big thing at the moment is techno, but techno is now becoming a bit commercialized, not massively, but a little bit, and the younger generation are picking up on that, which is great. That's fantastic. That scene and that world hopefully will continue as it's done before. But then you've got the UK hard house scene. Now, with the UK hard house scene, you've got the likes of Hannah Lang and I think it was Patrick Topping at one point. And, that has appealed to, again, a next generation. But it's not the hard house that we've, the purists, shall I say, have come to love. And I've already had this conversation before, I think, where people, where I've said, music has to evolve to move with the times. But, excuse me, but at the same time as well, music goes full circle. So, yeah, it's a bit of a strange one. I mean, there is a market. The UK hard house scene is still thereabouts. I mean, you've got the bounce side of it, and then you've got your cheesier side of it, shall we say, and then you've got your more underground side, which is the UK hard house that I cover. Then you've got trance. Now, trance is a massive commercial market. Trance is huge across the world. So why would I be covering trance events? The lower realms of trance. Reason why I say this is because, you know, where do these new talents start? You know, where is the next generation? And there is a younger generation that is coming to trance, but again, they only recognise the more poppy trance than the actual pure trance. Whether that be tech, progressive, dark, hard, whatever. You know, I mean, the younger generation don't quite get it, but, you know, the poppy side of it is kind of like the wetner, if you will, the preparation for the proper stuff. So, yeah, trance is going to be fine. There's a few things, there's a few topics of discussion that's been going on in trance that, I'll be honest, I don't really want to entertain. Reason being is nothing really get achieved by it. A lot of the conversations I've heard feels like too many cooks spoiled the broth. But end of the day, it'll be what it'll be. Let it live. And then other genres as well. Drum and bass. Massive commercial appeal. Don't really need to worry too much about that. However, I have noticed lately there's been a few drum and bass Facebook groups and forums that have made a point as to why smaller events don't get as well supported as the bigger events. Now, I don't know how true this is, and I don't know if I would make a difference. I am tempted to come and vlog stuff on the drum bass world, but the problem I'm concerned with is I, one, don't want to stand on anyone's toes. Two, I'm an old school drum and bass head, not this new age drum and bass. I enjoy it. I love the new age sound, but I'm an old school drum and bass. You know what I mean? Like your Ronnie Size and the was it Axel C something or another? The guy who made Circles anyway. You know, I'm from that era of drum and bass. I'm not from this era. Even though I enjoy the sound, I love the new sound, especially Jump Up. Jump Up's got a vibe. It's just, yeah. I'm just going to sit on the fringes and watch what happens and see if I need to. I mean, I've introduced myself to a few people, but because I'm not as involved in the drum and bass scene, I say this as I run a drum and bass label, but the difference when we run a drum and bass label is because there is a lot of people within the scenes that I already inhabit that experiment with other genres other than what they're known for themselves. I mean, I'm experimenting myself, just purely out of learning. In terms of production, I'm talking about, sorry. So yeah, drum bass markets, I'm going to sit on the fringes and I'm going to see what what's what with that one. I mean, if there's any drum and bass heads watching this and they want me on board, or maybe you have an opinion on it, please just drop it in the comments. I do read my comments, and yeah, I appreciate it. Okay, so all that's left for me to really say is please like, comment, and subscribe. The subscribe is especially important. Obviously, this is the second channel, so I want to build the numbers up for this channel. Obviously, the main channel is over, I think, over 150 or something. It's getting to that number now. Obviously, this channel is only on 50. Basically, if you're watching the vlogs on the main channel, may I recommend you come to this channel as well and just be nosy, see what I do behind the scenes, maybe check out some of the car content if you're into your cars. Either way, this channel is just more of the bits that I don't do on the main channel because, you know, some people want to know the process. Some people kind of want to, you know, be a nosy bugger and stuff like that. Some people just want to see a middle-aged guy have a middle-age crisis and try and make his car look faster than it is. I don't know. You are each to their own. Everyone has their own flavour. So again, please like, comment, subscribe. The subscribe is especially important. And also as well, you know, just follow my socials, check out my socials. If you're a promoter, get in contact. I'd like to hear from you. And you ravers, you know, if you want to get on board with this project and there's maybe suggest a few events that I need to attend that need that airtime, you know, I mean, I cover everything from trance, like the underground trance scene, the UK hard house scene, techno, hard trance. I'm open to hardcore events. I'm open to drum and bass events. You know, end of day, it's the grassroots level, you know, of the scene that I'm really covering, because the major events have pretty much this sort of thing covered. But I'm kind of offering a service to you guys so that at least your brands, your favorite nights, your favorite weekends are covered, supported, and likewise. Anyway, before I waffle anymore, please like, comment, subscribe. I will see you in the next Behind the Vlog, and I will also see you in the next VaderMonkey vlog, which will be in 2 weeks on Wednesday. Anyway, ciao bien.
Are we to hear your final breath before we place the phone? Are we to see your final smile before I'm on my own? How many lies are left unsaid? Many lies are left unsaid. How many dreams are falling short?
Lagging whilst gaming? Out of steam after a long day at work and you want to go out raving? Or just need something to get you through your grueling day? Dubby Energy, a healthier alternative to the off-the-shelf brands. Dubby is packed full of the important aminos and vitamins that canned energy drinks don't provide. This product doesn't contain artificial additives and is also sugar-free, maltodextrin and keto-free. One tub on average is cheaper than consuming 2 cans per day of the off-the-shelf brands. Order your Dubby Energy via their website at dubby.gg and use my promo code VaderMonkeyJ to get yourself 10% off your order. Keeping yourself energized doesn't have to be unhealthy.